What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, go, girl, go, 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 girl. I haven't even tried my coffee yet. I got some, okay, this is what I did. I went and got some Starbucks cinnamon dolce pods, and so I mixed it. Oh, I mixed it with the mushroom coffee. It was so good yesterday. I was like, with a little, with a little vanilla. Ooh, girl. With a vanilla creamer. So good. It's really good. Okay, anyway, so what's up, everybody? It's me. We're down here. We don't have really anything to talk about. I saved some things. I have a video that is just went um, live or public just a little while ago. It was a video that I recorded yesterday and it cut off. It was a 50-minute video and it cut off around 25 minutes because the battery died. And it's so funny because I noticed something was wrong with the battery or with the mic as soon as I started recording, and it allowed me um to record of 20 minutes on a dying battery. So I charged it this morning, so it's definitely charged. So yeah, so that's what happened yesterday with the video, and I lost like 25. I don't even remember what I talked about. I lost about 25 minutes. I was in the middle of talking about Boosie and his daughter, and it cut off like at a like it when I was about to get into Boosie's ass, like he wants somebody to get in his ass. I was about to get in his ass for real, and it cut off. I was like, "Oh, he cut my mic off, motherfucker." Little raccoon looking motherfucker, little dry raccoon looking motherfucker, ashy raccoon looking motherfucker. Wow, little musty, rusty. And I got two holders on the way. One is cobalt blue, and the other one is amber. I cannot wait to get them. I don't know where the jade colored one is. I have no idea. None at all. All right, so let's see what I have saved. Percy Miller. Hmm. Don't I always bring up the source cover with Russell Simmons, Puffy, and Percy Miller, Master P, on the cover. And I say, there's something about that source cover. Something about that source cover. And lately, Percy Miller has been in the news. But look at what we have here. From the Jasmine brand, it says Master P says he avoided getting caught up in the same legal scandals as Diddy by sticking to himself. Master P recently spoke up on Diddy's legal troubles and how he was able to avoid getting caught up in similar scandals. In a new interview, Master P, 54, shared that he was able to keep his name out of scandals by staying to himself while working his way up in the music industry. During a chat about his role as an entertainment ambassador for the city of New Orleans, the record executive was asked how he managed to steer clear of the same scandals as Diddy and Russell. That's what you should have put. In the interview, Master P noted that he's kept the same group of friends around as he paved his way to stardom. Speaking on why he didn't take the same route as Diddy, he explained, because I realized I had the same friends I had when I started out. I think a lot of these people don't realize that a lot of these people want to be your friend once you make it. My thing is this about a family. We stronger together. Whatever we have gone, we gonna share it with each other. Master P continued. A lot of people want to meet people and hang out with people, but I realize that people really just want to be with you because you're successful, so I stick to myself. The No Limit Records founder also pointed out that the mass media attention Diddy's legal woes were receiving in comparison to the positive things that's going on in hip hop. What? Like you selling ramen and sugary cereal? Is that what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, girl, there's another type of violence that people can inflict on people. You hear me? Do you hear me? Selling instant ramen and cereal. Is that how you're helping? Is that what the positive things that you're doing, Master P? People show all the negative stuff, but look at all the positive things we've been doing all the years that don't go viral. Girl, we also know that you and your son, you got issues going on with your son. That went viral too. Let's see what some of the people say. I say something about that cover. Who asked him? My grandmother always said you never get into trouble by staying by yourself in the house and minding your business. The best way to be, keep your circle super small and tight. This man has always been one of our stand up hip hop leaders of morality. That's like a complete oxymoron. Like a stand up hip hop leader of morality. Boy, you cheated on Sonia because it caused her to spiral out of control, had a baby and married that woman and failed all your kids. Right. Duh, don't break the law. You won't go to jail. Yep, the best way to be. Master P is a smart man. And by also not drugging, beating, and soliciting women. But yeah, you literally robbed your children. That's an insult even asking him that. A bunch of women is one thing, but Diddy was on some other type of stuff completely. That's right. I have real friends, and anyone that I connect with for business purposes is just an associate in my book. One reason I became solo because they smile. Well, he put they smell in your face. But when trouble hit, nobody around to help. Fist emoji, money bag emoji, palm tree emoji. I guess he's throwing shade. Well, he also wasn't lit the way Bad Boy and the East labels. He was down south. New Yorkers messed with him, but he was never the hottest. It's easy to stand apart when you wasn't really included in everything. And we never hear about him publicly, like party boy. Puffy is a like he wants to be seen, right? That's a running joke. Like he wants to be in the back dancing, take that on the ad libs, right? He wants to be, and it was so funny on CNN. It said rapper Sean Puffy Combs, never a rapper. He was never a rapper. He may have rapped on some songs, and somebody wrote those raps for him, right? Didn't he say he don't write such songs? He don't write raps. He writes checks. Didn't he say that? Okay, well somebody wrote that for him to say that to you. Puffy is never a rapper. That's why he was jealous and took advantage. See, that's the whole thing. The music industry, a bunch of untalented people taking advantage of talented people. And then that's why when you see things like talented people like producers taking advantage of people, right? You're a producer, you're a creator. The gift that you have came from the source of all this shit. And you're using that now that you have visibility from a gift that you were given from the creator. Now you're taking advantage of that. That's what makes it the worst. Like when creators like Chris Brown, when creators like singers and stuff like that, they start becoming harmful. Pharrell, not fucking with Khalees and doing what he did with Khalees. Like you're a creator. You have the ability. You have been given something that not too many people have. But that comes all the at the root of that is siphoning the creative. The creativity is a feminine aspect. So just like with everything else, rape the creator. The way that they're doing the earth, raping Mother Earth, taking from the mother, taking from the creator. And then not only taking from the creator, but now that you're a creator and you're popular, you're not one of these untalented fucking leeches, right? That find talented people, these motherfucking niggas built like fucking snowman, melted snowman, finding talented people and then harming those talented people, taking advantage of those talented people, taking advantage of a Britney Spears and like legally enslaving her, taking advantage of the feminine. But then it's even more egregious when a creative does it to another creative, right? When you're like, oh, y'all knew, like the record industry, the music industry, the way that they've done creatives for generations since the beginning, stealing their records and then and then letting white people create the record and then putting it on the radio, like literally stealing, just like blatantly stealing. And then for y'all to come up, develop these labels, Russell Simmons, Suge Knight, Puffy, Master P, Jermaine Dupri, all of LaFace, all of y'all, and then to turn around and do the same shit to black creatives, all of y'all off with your motherfucking heads, all of you. Because how dare you take advantage of what the creator has given a gift to? How dare you? That's what, like, I feel like crying because that's what makes it even more harmful. And then they're taking advantage. But you got motherfuckers like Puffy, no talent motherfucker. His talent is, bringing the crowd. His talent is being charismatic. That's his talent. And then using it for pure evil, using it, taking advantage of people. Off with your head. That's why I don't understand. Like, Chris Brown is also in the news. Here, Chris Brown. The way black people love men who assault and abuse women should literally be studied. The men and the women who go up, who make excuses, who are in the comments, these are violent people. They are taking advantage. Violent people taking advantage of people, using their gift. Their gift is what is drawing the people to them. And then when the people get close to them, they are violent to them. And then not only that, then they see other people who want to be in the same industry, like other creatives who like, oh, I want to get in the music industry. Then you tell people you're going to get them strung out and pimp them out. Puffy said that about Danity Kane. And Gene Dill said those are people's children. All of us are somebody's child. But the fact that these creative people get people close to them and then they violate them too. There's a new documentary coming out about Chris Brown and another allegation against him. And like that man said, girl, let's Quiet on the Set Network ID unveils domestic violence documentary on Chris Brown amid a new accusation. The new documentary from ID is being created about Chris Brown. This network is also known for its earlier work, including Nickelodeon's Quiet on the Set. Somebody in the comments was like, why they don't do a documentary on Dan Schneider? According to Variety, the documentary is titled Chris Brown, A History of Violence. And it needs to be documented. Nobody's doing anything about it, clearly. But the stories need to be documented and told so that when in 30 years, when it comes out, oh my God, Chris Brown, oh my God, look at all the videos resurfacing of people talking about how he's been abusive. We have to put it on record, not only court record, but public record. Somebody needs to be able to go back and say, oh yes, we have, when he finally really blacked out and did what he did, oh, we've been trying to say something. People have been saying something, but you guys, society wants to allow these domestic terrorists in close proximity to other people. Y'all need to just leave Chris Brown alone. He's a violent person who keeps being excused based on his looks and his talent. And that's why one day he's going to flip and he's going to break his fucking neck because the creator is going to be, it's just going to be taken away from you. It's going to be just taken away. Your ability to do what you do, and you have been given such a gift to sing, to dance, to produce, to paint. Chris Brown is creativity, but you are a violent human being, and you are lucky that you don't wake up one morning and all your fucking senses be taken away from you. You can't hear, you can't see, you can't smell, you can't taste, you can't touch, motherfucker, and you don't have no fucking intuition. You can't smell nothing. It's all gone from you. You want to take advantage of the source create? The source has given you gifts. And what you're doing with those gifts, or people are coming in close proximity to you and you are abusing them violently, biting people, stalking people, R-ing people, drugging people. But you are being allowed to do these things and continue to get close to people because you can dance. Oh, he's so tall. Chris Brown is so cute. Chris Brown is a goddamn demon. Another one, an imp running around here harming people and getting pass after pass after pass. The history of violence will detail Chris Brown's past all the way back to his troubled childhood, explores the lasting impact of the cycle of abuse, and poses the question, how does a man with such a violent public record maintain his superstar status? Because women are taught that when a man does something to a woman and she comes out and says something, do not believe her. Give the man the benefit of the doubt. So whatever she says, don't worry about it. Then I'm going to play another clip. We are taught to not, when it's a dick involved, girl, ain't no sisterhood. We don't see each other. A lot of you bitches get, your eyes just go black. It's like something, like a fucking curtain goes over your eyes when there's a nigga around. Ain't no sisterhood. Y'all completely lose everything. Defy yourselves and defy each other.
This Diddy situation has taught me such a valuable life lesson, and is one of those things where I need women to hear this. And I'm holding your hand while I say it because I know that this is a triggering topic, but I feel like it must be said. It does not need to happen to you first in order for you to know that it's true. It does not need to happen to you first in order for you to know that it's true. Multiple women have come to you and said that that man is abusive. He does not need to hit you first in order for you to know that it's true. Many people have already told you he has an anger problem. He does not need to pop off on you first in order for you to know that it's true. You've had many sources let you know he's unfaithful, he's a liar, he does not commit. He doesn't need to play in your face first in order for you to know that it's true. And the thing that breaks my heart the most is that in this society, we have pinned women against each other so much that when she comes to you about your man, you think she's jealous and wants your situation, when really she's trying to be her sister's keeper. It does not need to happen to you first in order for you to know that it's true, and that mentality can be the death of you. There's a lady right now who did not live to tell the story of the rumors that she was told about that man. She didn't believe it. It needed to happen to her first. She did not live to see today. Women standing right now with traumas that will not release. They can't let it go. They heard the rumors. They heard the gossip. They heard it from many people. They didn't want to listen. It needed to happen to them first. It does not need to happen to you first in order for you to know that it's true. Listen. Listen.
For some dick, and that dick is violent and he's going to harm you, and then who do you go to be restored and replenished and recharged? You go back to the bitches you told were, oh, you're just jealous. What did that bitch tell me? You just want my life. She told me that. Do you think she's still with that motherfucking man? She's not. Do you think I've heard from that bitch? I haven't. You were wrong, and you ignored a person coming out of an abusive relationship and you ignored and got close to a man and he did the same thing to you, something similar, and if not worse. Because we as a society do not apply consequences to men's violent behavior. We do not. Especially when it is in an intimate partnership. Get them close to you so now we can have so many blurred lines. Was it sex? Was it doing? Did she go up there willingly? Da 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 da. That creates another level. Like, oh, you was up there. Yeah, you wanted it. You knew what you was coming to do. Because the expectation is you're gonna fuck this man, right? That's the expectation. You came up here to fuck, right? You didn't come up here to draw, like that man said. You didn't come up here to draw and make beats. You didn't come up here for that. We know what the role of a groupie is, but that's consent. That's consent. We know that that's the archetype, right? The rock and roll chick, the groupies hanging out outside of the door. Yeah, she serves a purpose, right? To give this talented person access to something he does not deserve access to. But now you're in his proximity and he's drugging you. But now everybody was like, isn't that what you went up there for? You didn't go up there to get hog-tied and foreign objects placed in your ass. That's not what they go up there for. They don't go up there for that. They don't go up there to get their phones taken away from them so that they can't call for help if they need it. Why are you taking my phone away? They don't create spaces where the women are so vulnerable. They don't have a phone. They've been given alcohol. They're already drinking alcohol. They've been given something to impair them even more. Now they don't know what's going on. They're freaking out because they now have realized they've been given something. And here comes these fucking shadows, these demons hovering over them, taking advantage of them. But y'all be hopping on his back to take pictures with him and shit. That nigga will beat your ass. He will give you something to immobilize you and then have other people come in there and fuck your brains out while you watch and can't do a goddamn thing. But when it's all said and done, when you got all the bruises the next day and you try to tell somebody, they're going to say, that's what you went up there for. With expert cultural commentary layered throughout, the documentary provides thoughtful reflections into each survivor's experience and the psychological destruction in the aftermath of their abuse. The trailer reveals that a new accuser whose identity is kept confidential has come forward with allegations against Chris Brown. I've not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's the only way he can be stopped. He's not going to be stopped because the fact that he has a new allegation tells me that no one is learning. You're only going to learn by having the shared experience of other victims of his. That's the only way you're going to learn. Because you don't think that these women are telling the truth. They can't be telling the truth. Goddamn Chris Brown, his fine ass. I'm about to go up there, baby. He's about to go up there. You about to go up there. You about to get beat up. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen. Let me read some of the comments. I said the way Black people love men who assault and abuse women should be studied. They abuse multiple women and all of them apparently are lying. Being popular or rich makes you exempt from guilt. That's why there's so many Black children suffering in silence. Who is this? Was she trying to be funny? She said somebody said the same way you like them. I don't like violent men. I'm sorry. I like men who are balanced in their feminine and masculine aspects, who don't perform for daddy. Those are the niggas that I like. I don't like no performing ass nigga. Someone said, protect our Black men. They're not yours. And let one of them beat your ass and see if any of them will come and save you. Again, they need for you to care about that. They don't care about that. Where's the energy for Dan Schneider, aka Nickelodeon? There's a whole documentary about him that they mentioned in the caption. Y'all don't read. We're not watching. He has maintained his superstar status because he has paid his societal debt in the cases he was what? He has paid his societal debt in the cases he was before the courts for. He has paid his fines. He has done his community service. He has respected his restraining order to date. No, girl, he hasn't gotten away with a thing. No Clive Davis, no Kevin Spacey, no Harvey Weinstein, no Prince Andrew, no Stephen Collins. I'm not giving this no type of energy. This is another Black woman. And it's so funny because you would not have mentioned these people had these people not been in the news for how they victimize people. So clearly something is going, swirlings around these people. As far as I'm concerned, all these people except for Clive Davis and Prince Andrew have been under the law. Y'all are obsessed with trying to destroy this man. That has 12,000 likes. They could have started with Brad Pitt and his abusive behavior towards his kids if they wanted to make a documentary. Every year, y'all come up with new tactics to destroy this man's legacy. We're not buying it. Most of those cases were dismissed due to falsified allegations. Enough is enough already. Chris Brown can smack y'all mama and y'all will stick beside him. Who cares about his looks? That's fading with all the drug abuse and unhealthy habits he indulges in. This man is a menace and have put his hands on or ordered his guards to beat several times since Rihanna. Stop saying he was a teen. It's been many, many victims since Rihanna. But he gets a pass because his music is good and he dances. All gullible, desperate women and men. So easy to impress. That's why most Black women are unmarried. Now that's where you lose me, girl. That's why y'all accept 3 baby mamas, 3 broken homes, 3 battery charges, 3 restraining orders, but y'all still gonna pay $1,000 to meet Ike Turner. I don't get it. We're not going for it. We forgave Chris Button. No breezy slander. We're not canceling Chris Brown. Take it down. Chris Brown, call your lawyers and sue these folks. We tired of them playing with you. People are tagging Chris Brown. Chris Brown, they could never make me hate you. This is a woman. I wish we could move from this because you know why? Because there is literally a disconnect. This is a man in a screen, and you might have seen him in person a couple of times at a concert, but you're never going to be intimate with him. So you do have this idea like, oh, it's like it's a fantastical person. He's not real. And then he's so fantastical that when you actually get closer to him, he's actually a monster. So him dancing on stage and doing all the dances and stuff, that's what you like. But there's a person there. See, you like the object that is just on stage dancing. You like the person that's entertaining you. He's an object to you. He's not a real person. So you're disconnected from the real person. And that's the reason why Hollywood is so insidious, because it disconnects you from the real person. And when you're disconnected from the real person, you don't see them as a threat. You don't see them as a victim. They're objects to you. That's why jokes are being made about baby oil, because Puffy is not real to you. This is a story. It's all a smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. And so there's a disconnect. A lot of people just will never be in proximity to that. So they're just like, oh yeah, I love you. They can never make me hate Chris Brown. But that's why I say sometimes in the comments, if he were close to you, you would become a victim of his. And then it would be so shameful to be like, oh my God, I was talking all that shit and I got close to him, and he did to me what every other person has said he's done to them. How the fuck do I say anything? Now you're guilt, you feel guilt, you feel shame. And then when you come out and say something, everyone is going to say, bitch, you lying. You a liar, bitch. That did not happen. You went up there because we saw you in the comments. We saw your ass on Instagram talking about, you can never make me hate you, Chris Brown. Now you are down here crying because he beat your ass. He headbutted you. He made you perform oral sex on him. Now you want everybody to feel sorry for you because you thought you was going to be different. You thought you was going to have a different experience. You didn't believe the other people's experiences. But now you have to go through it to make you a believer. Girl, I don't have to go through shit to make me know that I don't have to be in proximity to that dangerous person. A danger. He's a threat. He's a threat. I wish we could move on from this. Why don't y'all ever do these to white men? It's always the black artists. Because they're smart enough to stick together. Why would they go against each other? Right. So let's get in community with drug dealers and rapists and murderers just because they're black. Let's lock them in the house with you. Let's lock the house from the outside in there with you, since you want to be in community with domestic terrorists and people who actively harm people just because they black. We need to stick together. Stick together, girl.
Then I'm gonna go to the car and dial 911 because you're going to jail, bitch.
Because white men don't let it go down in public. The way the public won't juice it up, it brings more attention and makes it worse. I kind of agree with that. Like, because you attach this debauchery to the entertainment and the flashing lights, and part of our culture is to be a little flashy, overstated, make an entrance, own the room, so all eyes on me type of deal. They love to be flashy, make a little money. We buying everything. We wearing big chunky things, head in our neck. All it's just look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. So the flashiness, yes, it does. It brings more attention to you. It sure does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. I think I heard Umar Johnson was like, had Puffy been married, if he had been married, this wouldn't be the way that it is. What he would just be abusing, it doesn't matter. He's abusing women, it doesn't matter. So had he been using a beard, basically, like the man on Into the Fire with what we were just talking about yesterday, if he had used a woman as a beard, maybe he wouldn't be in the trouble that he's in. That's basically what like the and y'all be doing it for love, and they have really like, I need to look a certain way to society, and they be using y'all for that. Using y'all. Okay, anyways, about Chris Brown, let me know what y'all think about that. Chris Brown, I think that, like, Carlos Harris, shout out to Carlos, he said it. It's because you associate the word black as an identity that's tethered to misfortune, struggle, inequality, just like had to get it out the mud. You equate all these things to that. So when someone who is violent is black, you are triggered, and all the just everything comes back, and you're like, oh my God, this black man, he's all this other bullshit that you slap on top of him. Why can't we just stick together? And you know what's really crazy to me is that these are like a new crop of people. Like, at what point, this is what I want to know. I was thinking about this yesterday. At what point do men adopt the welfare, took the men out of the home, um the woe is me black man? Because I'm thinking to myself, like, I have a set of teenagers, right? And I'm thinking, at what point in a boy to man's development, because there are men out here saying the same things that like their grandfathers and fathers said. And it's like, when does that part of your programming kick in, to where everything outside of yourself is the cause of what's happening in your life? When does that flip? When do you start blaming? When does that happen in a person's development, when they start blaming women for everything and all of this stuff, and like saying the same exact things, like, we need to protect our black men? As a girl growing up, when did you adopt this idea that a man in a patriarchy needs your protection? And then not only that, but to actually say it and type it out somewhere: protect our black men. That phrase, when did you learn that? When did you learn that? And why are you saying that? What is in your brain that tells you that a man in a patriarchy needs protection and you're the one that's going to provide it? But then at the same time, tell men that you want them to be protectors and providers. Something's not matching. And I always want to know, like, when I hear guys that are like in my peer group say the things that I'm like, you know that single mothers aren't the bane of the community because you were raised by a single mother, right? Do you think you're the bane, like you're the result of like a hostile or a unhealthy environment? Are you a result of that? So why are you anywhere blaming single mothers for the state of a community? Like, when was that placed in your head? Like, I would be mortified if I ever heard these two children say something like, it's because of the single mothers. What? You're only like 35 years old. Who taught you that? Who taught you that phrase to say out of your mouth, that welfare is taking men out of the home in 2024? Like, why are you saying that? That is something that never happened. One, two, happened. And if it did happen, before you were born. So why is that coming out of your mouth? Why? Who taught you that? Like, the things folks say, I mean, like, where did you get that from? Protect our black men. You, my dear, need more protection from them than they need. And protect them from who? White men? Because when they get in proximity to white men, your blackness doesn't mean anything. So if they were sitting around talking about your black woman self, they would only be talking about the woman part. The being a black, sitting amongst other men, that is gone. They're going to yield and comply. That is the reason why when I saw the response to the shits and giggles thing, I said, oh, the girls are still like secretly watching men, like they're like literally watching these podcast dudes. They are. And for you to expect men to sit in company with other men and protect your identity, like, why would you think that? Why would you think that? Let's see, who else can we talk about this morning? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart dodges questions about his past connection to Diddy. You're asking the wrong person the wrong question. I said we won't have to ask anyone anything when them tapes hit the light web. We won't have to ask anybody anything. Stop asking who's on them tapes. You'll see. You'll see the same way that they were distributing child porn when R. Kelly raped that little girl. Yeah. I don't understand how that went from, baby, they were selling child pornography, barbershops. If you don't think that back then in the 90s, how that video circulated the country, it literally had to be traveled with, shipped, mailed, everything. It made its way around the country. Child pornography. A singer, a talented man, raping a little girl, and still people dancing to his songs too. They still dancing. The girls on Facebook, they love R. Kelly. Them old fucking mammy mountain climbing bitches, pick me bitches, them old long face, long tooth bitches. They love to step in the name of love, honey. You saw the way that tape was distributed. Trust me, we're going to see that tape. We're going to see them tapes. If they're anywhere on any web, anything, you're going to see them. So we don't have to ask you shit, munchkin. We don't have to ask you a motherfucking thing, Kevin Hart. Kevin already made his stance clear when he told Diddy no, he wasn't getting in that bed with him. Leave Kevin Hart alone. Kevin got enough on his plate to deal with. Good question, Jasmine Brand. I don't think any major celebrities will speak out on his defense. They will, however, say that they've never seen anything unusual when at his parties, or they've never been to one of his parties. Both answers can be absolutely true. The only person I can see still supporting him is Stevie J. Good answer, Kev. He don't have to answer a fucking thing if he don't want to. Martha Stewart was at the parties too. Are they asking her? Martha Stewart has already done goddamn time for her crimes. She been to jail. She's an ex-convict, Martha Stewart, girl. So don't come for me, girls. Don't come for you, girl. Diddy's facing trafficking charges, and it's evident Kevin doesn't want anything to do with that drama. Yep, of course he doesn't. Who wants to? Who wants to have anything to do with that drama? Okay, let's see what else I have. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's take care of each other, protect your energy. Okay, let's go. We got to go. Let me know what you think of the topics we talked about. We'll come back because I do have some stuff saved. So we'll come back, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.